Good morning. So you say your heart's broken and you sitting around moping, crying, crying. You say you even thinking about dying? Well, before you do anything rash, dig this. Everybody plays a fool sometimes. Y'all know the rest, right? Good morning. Good afternoon, good evening, family. Welcome to the Mental House. I am your host, Khadijah. I told you I was going to be back with a narc story. So I have to get this narc story up before I forget because I can't retain stuff too long. Um, and that is the situation where a young brother was involved with a woman in a whirlwind relationship. Another one of those, y'all know how those start. And the person faked a pregnancy. Now, if this don't have borderline personality written all over it, I don't know what the hell does. So, the first time they were supposed to go to the doctor together, she ended up being stranded away somewhere where she said, that's okay, you don't need to take me, whatever happened from work, something, and it's okay, I'll have my mom take me, because she's right here, and blah 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 blah. So we'll take the first test together, or the first checkup, blah blah blah. Well, the guy, since this is his first child, okay, and he's believing her, he said, okay, well, great, I guess I can just stay at work and won't have to leave, and blah blah blah. Well, 2 months, 3 months later into this relationship, she's been gaining weight, and this was supposed to be maybe, got her 3 month checkup or something to that effect. She was supposed to have the ultrasound, and so somehow, as this lady had been seeing the doctor, different doctors, and whatever she was telling the young man, he didn't believe it. So finally, he decided, listen, why don't we just go and to a different hospital and different doctor, and I'm going to go with you, and in that way, we can be able to, get a grip on this thing right now, because you've been to the hospital the first 4 times or whatever without me, and so since I'm not able to move as fast, and we're on the other side of town, why don't we just do this so I can be more involved with, your doctor's appointments and things like that nature. And this is my family doctor, or blah, 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 blah. So obviously she agreed, and they made up an appointment to go see the new doctor. Well, sometimes people's mouth get them in trouble, especially when you're dealing with a narcissist. So the first thing the narcissist said to the doctor, the new doctor, she mentioned the name of another doctor who probably unbeknownst to her, was a fertility doctor. And remember, they were in the doctor's office because she was supposed to already be pregnant. Okay. So I don't know where she knew this doctor from, but this is how it started to unravel for her, because it was really incredible how the person is willing to walk out these lies all the way to the end. So they had an ultrasound. No, they didn't have the ultrasound. The person, the doctor, said, "Oh, you mentioned that person that used to be a colleague of mine. That's interesting because this person, again, is a fertility doctor. And aren't you guys already, having?" And she was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, we're already." So the doctor said, "Okay, well, yeah, let's do this ultrasound." The doctor did the ultrasound, put it on the belly. Guess what, you guys? No, this is going to be a very hard question. So, how about I just ask y'all? Do y'all think it was a heartbeat or not? Do you think the doctor took the little thing and went all around her stomach and went all around it where you should hear a heartbeat? What do you think that he thought right then? Well, he didn't embarrass her right then, and nor did he embarrass the partner right then. What he did was told her that he didn't see a heartbeat, and he probably was going to recommend her to go. He don't want to make her panic, but he's going to recommend that she go and see a specialist that was right upstairs. In fact, she can just partially robe herself, and they're going to take her up there um, within the next hour, if possible. If not, no later than, I think he said, 2 days from then. She opted to do 2 days because she said she had to go to work. I said, okay. Well, the doctor had a real strange look on his face, according to the young man. And he said that when he got home, or he talked to the doctor, I guess he called. The doctor called him. However, they got back together. And the doctor told him that she's now a bit more pregnant than he was. And he didn't know how to address it right there, because he didn't know how to address it right there with him, and didn't want them to have any kind of negative energy going back from the hospital. Now, he can't, the young man in question can't figure out for the life of him why somebody would fake a pregnancy, lie, try to bend and twist and slick and slime through all the doctor's appointments until they finally got caught. I do. Because she's a freaking borderline personality disordered person, probably, and I'm not even trying to be funny. That's something she has severe psychological issues. Who does that? Who does that? So I told him, now your focus is no longer on, it's not even, you dodged a bullet. You dodged a bullet. But your work has just begun. You're going to have to figure out why you were so susceptible to the love bombing. Why you were so susceptible to somebody telling you, I love you, and you needed to hear this so fast that you operated very swiftly. You got to figure out why you did that. Then you got to figure out all the things that you know that person told you that didn't add up, and you just overlooked it. Because guess what? The issue is not her. That's where it all starts. Now, with you. So, I thought that was a very interesting narc story. I wanted to share that with you because I know with some of you guys out there probably been through the same thing. Okay? And, yes, ladies, I know that the same thing happens the other way around. But in my belief, I think men are just diagnosed with, antisocial behavior. or something like that. I think that, you know, but borderline personality can be either way. It's just maybe diagnosed a little different. Okay. So I just wanted to share that story with you guys, and tell me what you think about that. Have you ever been in that situation, or you know anybody in that situation? Okay, because these narc stories get too crazy. They get so they get so incredibly crazy that you're like, how did you think you was gonna pull that off? You know, and why'd you go to the end with that lie? That's all that crazy making stuff. Trust you me. All right. We'll talk later. Please subscribe if you like what you hear. I'm going to see you next time. And you can share it as well in the mental house. Bye-bye.